Hey, this is Philip Kennedy Johnson, writer of Superman, Incredible Hulk, and all kinds of cool shit. You're listening to 11 O'Clock Comics.
I think we're going to go with that one.
Okay. You say so.
Well, sounded all right to me.
All right, then. You're the producer. It's fine.
It sounded like 1,000 times better than you sounded 20 minutes ago. It was bad.
Wait, what was it?
Yeah, no. When I upgraded the OS on the MacBook over the weekend, and I didn't test anything prior to tonight, so the audio settings, the mic and AirPods were reversed, so Vince couldn't. It sounded like shit. He said, "Yeah,
got it."
Sounded like Dookie.
There you go,
Dookie,
and not a good way. Yeah,
no, not the Green Day way.
No, hey everybody, 10:37, 11 o'clock comics. Yeah, and I am Vince B.
Whew, you are Vince B. I am David A. Price.
That is true, and of course, I am everyone's favorite director, Kane Parsons.
Wow.
Topical.
He's such a hype. He's such a hype beast.
He's a man of the moment.
You're not Kane Parsons.
I wish I was, though.
No, yeah, you probably have as much money as he.
You're right. Okay. Sure. Okay, keep telling yourself that.
Brought to you by cheapgraphicnovels.com. cheapgraphicnovels.com. If you want to get your omnibus editions, your manga, DC's finest, Marvel Epic collections, I said omnibus, trade paperbacks, OGNs, all that stuff, manga with a spine for far less than retail price. Where do you go? What do you do? Who do you see? cheapgraphicnovels.com. That's all you need to know. They have Nick and Dent sales, which are crazy because they're neither Nick nor dented. They have a rotating seasonal sale. And, if that wasn't enough for you, they also have specials.
They have specials every week.
They do.
We get Max's top 5, and which of course links to the new releases list on cheapgraphicnovels.com. I take a few to share with the slackers, and as Vince alluded to with the Epic collections, I decided to treat myself and share the Epic collection of Amazing Spider-Man Volume 13, Nothing Can Stop the Juggernaut, because that contains when my subscription started for Amazing Spider-Man when we lived out in Arizona. So that era, that Roger Stern, John Romita Jr. era is special to me. But that's not what I'm going to focus on for this little segment. We're going to start off with Billy Bat Volume 1 for $10.49. It's 1949 Los Angeles, and Kevin Yamagata, a Japanese-American comic book author, is drawing his best-selling character, Billy Bat, a quick-witted detective who is unsurprisingly a cartoon bat. Everything is going well for Kevin until he discovers an unfortunate truth. He may have unintentionally plagiarized his beloved character from a drawing he once saw in Japan. Devastated by the news, Kevin returns to war-torn Japan to find the drawing's original artist, ellipses, but the character's origin turns out to be far older and more perplexing than he had ever imagined. A highly requested title from Naoki Urasawa and Takashi Nagasaki. The in-demand manga Billy Bat is a historical conspiracy thriller, meta, manga spanning multiple millennia, following a Japanese-American comic artist's search for the truth regarding the origins of his character. This is the first thrilling volume of this sci-fi mystery, beautifully packaged and available for the first time in English. We also have The Incredible Hulk, Return of the Monster Omnibus. There's 2 flavors. You got a Kari Andrews cover and a direct market Mike Diodato cover. $74.99. Writer and author Bruce Jones's acclaimed smash hit run. Blamed for the televised murder of a child, Bruce Banner becomes public enemy number 1, hounded by society, hunted by the law, and targeted by a mysterious third party with a sinister agenda all its own. One that cuts to the very heart of Banner's strange affliction. If a relentless, unkillable foe who knows all his secrets and weaknesses isn't enough, will his oldest foe, the Abomination, one of the few beings alive that can match the Hulk's brute might, finish the job. Plus, the Absorbing Man has gained the terrifying new ability to jump in and out of people's minds, but what happens when the mind he jumps into belongs to the Incredible Hulk? And as a relentless conspiracy to capture him unfolds, the only people Banner can trust are his old friend and occasional foe, Doc Samson, and his mysterious benefactor, the enigmatic Mr. Blue. Collects Incredible Hulk numbers 34 through 76, Hulk Wolverine 6 Hours, numbers 1 through 4, and the Hulk Thing Hard Knocks 4-issue miniseries. And finally, Supergirl, the World hardcover for $14.99. Supergirl, the last daughter of Krypton, has found her adoptive world daunting at times, struggling to find her place in it. So what better way to learn about her new home than travel the globe and discover its many wonders and save some lives in the process, of course. Behold, the Maiden of Might witness the wonders of Earth as 15 countries tell tales that highlight what makes Supergirl one of the most inspiring and powerful superheroes of all. Those are your specials from Cheap Graphic Novels this week.
cheapgraphicnovels.com.
Indeed.
Yeah.
You know, I really like those world anthologies that DC puts out.
They're fun.
They are, and
I don't think that you have to embellish it. You know,
it's
it's just
you're
good
not going to
reading.
see these right, and how often you're not really going to see these creators all that often on your in your books. So seeing other countries take part is pretty fun. At least the countries who still want to deal with us. Anyway, I found out yesterday that one of my coworkers, and granted she is young, but the Minion mentioned the Beastie Boys, and she says, "Who?"
Oh no!
And I heard her, and I leaned, because we have cubicles with window panes. I leaned back and just looked at her, and she started cracking up because she was telling the other people in the office, she's like, David's giving me like the sternest look right now. I was just like, I couldn't. I was like, I mean, obviously I'm sure she's heard songs, she's heard their music, but I mean, the fact that, you know, you hear the Beastie Boys and you're like, who? I couldn't.
Yeah.
I almost had to leave the office.
I don't blame you. Yeah, there's really no excuse for that.
And actually, shout out to the Minion, because his wife's blood pressure is slightly elevated, so they rushed her to the hospital and are likely going to induce labor this weekend.
There you go.
That's kid number 2 for them.
Yeah. Funny, I am drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the
Me
same
too.
stuff that I'm drinking every week. The Double Trouble by Charles and Charles. I think I'm going to mix it up. After this spell's gone, I think I'm going to abstain from Charles squared for a while and drink another kind of wine. But as far as this one goes, I am drinking Double Trouble.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm drinking is famous for its crisp taste, naturally occurring minerals and electrolytes. The water undergoes natural filtration through 10,000-year-old glacial sands It is, of course, from the beautiful state of Maine, Poland spring water.
It's a good vintage. I ain't mad at that.
It could be worse.
It absolutely could be worse.
It could be Perrier.
Oh,
Yeah.
although San Pellegrino's pretty good. Yeah, I'm probably not going to drink next week because we'll be drinking a lot next week, so I might save my liver for the show during the show. But right now, tonight, this is a 2024 Malbec Domaine Bousquet, Bousquet, made with organic grapes. Thank God. It is. It's Mendoza Argentino. It is actually, and I was sipping on it last week, but during the fun and excitement of chatting up with Mr. Kyle Starks, we went right into it. So there was no drink roll call, so I was able to break it open again tonight. Like I said, it is it's a Malbec, and it is it's pretty tasty.
Excellent. Yes, I look forward to drinking multitudes of the grape this time next week.
Yes.
And in fact, as we record, this time 1 week from now, we will be up in the Queen City raising all kinds of hell. In as much as a bunch of 50-year-old dudes are going to raise hell. But, on a relative basis,
we
raise
try.
hell. Yeah.
We don't look 50, but yeah.
We'll still be awake. And we'll hopefully.
Yes.
So that'd be great.
That's true.
It's a start.
It is.
Thank heaven for so.
So what do we read this fucking week?
Crazy? Sounds crazy? It is crazy. But I read not one, but two books featuring Supergirl.
That is fucking crazy, actually.
Good for you.
It is. One of them.
Dude, I don't even know who you are. You're like, it's like you're just it's like you're like I don't know. You become a different version of yourself every week now. I never know what you're gonna read anymore.
Good.
Yeah.
One of them. I'm not going to talk too much about it because it didn't connect with me on any level.
Okay.
It was not. I think it was not worth the paper on which it was printed.
Oh, what's the name of it?
Supergirl, The World. It's an anthology.
Did not read it.
Do not read it because
And just for the record, for listeners wondering why there are multiple Supergirl books for which Vince has the opportunity to read and speak of, it's because the movie is about to come out.
Right. And Lobo doesn't look too bad. But I read Supergirl The World. Well, I started to read it. And I got about halfway through and I thought, this kind of stinks. I'm not going to...
That sound you hear is everybody removing it from their cheap graphic novels shopping cart after I just mentioned it. So
put it this way: it may not be bad, but like the Sophie Campbell's monthly, I am not the target audience.
okay, that's fair.
That's fair.
I get it.
I'm with you. I do not care for. I have loved a lot of Sophie Campbell's career. The Supergirl book is not for me as either.
Right. I think she's doing good things, but I'd be lying if I said I enjoyed it.
Yeah, we're just not the target demographic.
Right. But I did enjoy Supergirl Survive. Number
I
one.
have that one queued up. I'm not.
Yeah, the Slack seems super excited about this one, so I've added it to my queue as well.
Yeah.
Okay, which I will. It's kind of difficult not to spoil it, but
I mean, it's Elseworlds. I'm not
there's
worried about it.
It's exactly. Yeah.
Written by Ethan Parker and Griffin Sheridan. Art and cover by Rod Heiss. Now, this is not as tightly controlled as Rod has been in the past. This is loose, and I like it a lot. Letters by Lucas Gattoni, and I think that's where the book stumbles. Is the lettering? Yeah,
Interesting. Okay.
the lettering is okay, but case in point, there are a number of klaxons throughout the issue. You know, like assume the position, get underneath the desk, the plant's going to die. This is a drill, right? Where it's just a font like reproduced a million times. I expect more than that with art this good, right? Even like there's one. Well, first of all, Kara is, or Kara, how much money you make per year, is much older than Clark, much older, and she pledges her life like I will protect you. That's all you need to know going in, because it's basically the same. More or less the same origin story of Superman with the car thrown in for good measure, right? Where she's young, she's blonde, she's in her tweens, she's about, don't quote me, but she's about 13, 14 years old, 15, around there. And she gets to the point where she's like, I'll never leave your side. You're my boo. I love you, Clark. And that's basically what the issue is. Her father is more than Clark's father. Where the plan is going to end, and Clark's father's like, well, no, it's not really gonna end, but maybe it will, maybe it won't. Like Zor, which is Supergirl's father, is like, no, it's gonna end. We're gonna have the moon's getting closer. We're all gonna die. We gotta get these kids off the planet, and it gets to the point where that happens. The goodbyes are said. The ship is something happens to the ship, and there's a cliffhanger. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. But illustrative is beautiful. It is absolutely jaw dropping. The panel layout is nice. The rendering is beautiful. You don't see a lot of shortcuts being taken. Like there are some. I know I'm beating a dead horse here, but there are some cut and paste panel work. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, for the most part, it's all original, and it is stunning. Far be it from me, of all people, to push a Supergirl book, but when it looks this good, okay, I will. I'll push it, because when she gets into space, wow, like it is crazy gorgeous. And if you know the Superman origin, you know what happens, but you don't know what happens because something happens. Something occurs to the ship, and we're left wondering, wow, who is that person? Zod is an idiot as usual, but he's got the people on his side. If it amounts to for what happens, it amounts to nothing. So we'll see. But yeah, I strongly want everyone to pick this up because it's that good.
Nice. That's a big reco.
It's really good. Yeah. And if you see the world run the opposite direction. Yeah, unless maybe it's for you, but like Fractions Batman, not taking it too much.
Oh, Fractions Batman? You had a big pivot there. You had a quick pivot there. We got to.
Yeah, I did a pivot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they should not use interns for logo work, but well, you'll have this. So the book, Fraction, right? I said that quickly. The book is okay, but it's Batman. It should be better than okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't disagree. I read the first few issues and tapped out myself.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's not good enough to be the solo Batman title.
Right.
Well, it isn't, because you also have the one that's still going on with Hush 2. It's just taking forever for that to come out.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this is basically
Part one. Part one. What? How long is this going to take? Yeah, I didn't look at that at all. So the jury's still out on that. But I knew going in that it is going to take forever. So I said, yeah, Hush, not my top 10 Batman stories of all time.
No, me neither.
Right.
No,
But it's okay.
Yeah.
And I said, I'll check it out when they have like 8-10 issues.
Just wait till it's done. Just wait till it's all
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, no,
Might well.
I did the same. I mean, like you said, we've talked about this a million times. Hush is not in our pantheon the way it is with some others. I mean, I think it was cool in the moment to see Jim Lee draw all those characters, but that's really all about it. Like, to me, it's almost like an artist edition, like just seeing Jim get to draw those characters, like the story itself.
Yeah, there's iconic panels and whatnot. I don't dislike it because of the Riddler being a part of it, and so I mean it. It's not like you said. It's not a top 5, not a top 10 story.
No,
but I do.
it's okay.
Right, and as cool as it looks, but yeah, but it is. I enjoy it more because of the Riddler's participation in it. But other than that, it's I'd rather read Broken City, the Azzarello Riso story that came out with it. But
right.
I know and. Like I said, I have Survive ready to read. The only reason why I wasn't rushing to it is because while I appreciate Rod's work and I'll take Rod over, like, not to beat that horse, but like over Phil Noto, for example. Rod doesn't necessarily. No, I know. Yeah, but it's the fact that you said it's a little looser. It's not what we saw like with Cowell or some of his previous work. You've enticed me a little bit more.
No, it looks to be digital.
Okay.
Where
and you're not wrong on the lettering either.
No, the lettering. Yeah, I don't want to disparage against the letterer, but things could have been done.
Listen, Hassan can't write. Hassan can't letter every comic.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But I think you should look it up. Supergirl Survive #1. Get it. Just try this one issue. I have a feeling I know who it is.
Okay.
At the end.
Okay.
I've been wrong.
All right.
I've been wrong before.
And it's an Elseworld, so I'm definitely still.
Yeah. It's an Elseworlds that you can. If it's not good, if they don't stick the landing. It's an Elseworlds.
That's right.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
So whatever.
Yeah. Whatever.
What ifs? So we are. I mean, Vince made many pieces of apparel with this theme, but we often talk about it, which is comics should be ridiculous. And kudos to you two, fine gentlemen. I don't know which of you had it on your list first, so that's why I say to you two, but I saw it on both of your lists and thought, what is this? I do not know of this. And I'm like, well, let me. We all like a little good collabo, so let me give this a try before the show recording. And this book is the pinnacle of the idea that comics be ridiculous.
It's so good.
And I don't know which one of you deserves the credit for it, but I'm talking about. I read at one of your recommendations because you both seemingly read it before me. Junk Punch #1.
Yeah, that's been on my radar for a long time.
Okay, speak on it.
And the there's a there were when I was going through the solicits, I wanted this was the first book, and Bloodwire was the other Mad Cave book that I had to grab. So yeah, I've been waiting for Junk Punch since the solicit.
Proving yet again that I need to pay more attention to Mad Cave solicits because I clearly gloss over them faster than I intended.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what you guys thought, but I thought this was a fucking absolute hoot. And I went in literally. I knew absolutely nothing about this until I saw it on your guys' list and thought, well, okay, let me pull up the Mad Cave and read this. And it was a fucking delight. I thought it was an absolute delight. And here's the thing, you guys know me. I do not like comics that are titillating but not sexual. I find that annoying. This was sexual. And so I was like, all right, there you go. No, because to me, it's like, if you're going to do it, do it. Like, we're adults. This is an adult comic. Just do it. Like, I don't know the point of, it's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out makes no sense to me. Like, I don't need sex in a book, but if you're going to imply there's sex, then give us the sex. Don't do the tee-hee. And this was she fucking had an orgy. And I was like, oh, bet. Like, we have an orgy in the middle of the first issue. Like, this is fucking great. Like, what are we doing here? Like let's go.
It's not.
Brandon Graham was somewhere reading this, smiling his ass off. Like, this is
right,
great.
but it's not. It's explicit, but it's not Brandon Graham explicit.
Yeah.
No, it isn't. No, but it is not. That's fair. It is not. But there is nudity. There's explicit like talk of what she's going to do. Like, there's talk about coming and orgasms and it's like the point is it is sexual, right? Like, yeah, they're not showing penetration or anything like that. That's fair. But like it is over the line of just titillation and tee-hee. Right? Like,
and I mean it's in the title. I mean the junk they are talking about in the title is the junk you would think of, guys. So yes, I mean right off the bat, you're not. It's meant to be. Listen, it's skewing towards the adult side. It is written by Paul Tobin. Your art on the main story, beautifully done.
Really beautiful, actually.
Javier Olivares and Colleen Coover, Paul's wife, does the backup story for issue #1.
She's looked better.
Yes. Colors by Francesca Vivaldi, like Jason said. It's published by Mad Cave. And it's basically Billowing City is just buck wild. It is a crazy place, and we find out, thankfully. I mean, that was slick. I appreciate kind of the origin of how this place and how these people kind of came to be how they are. And there was basically an accident, and all the chemicals were released in the air and seeped into the water, which of course got into various orifices, as he says. And then since then, the residents have developed peculiarities, which they are called here chemical afflictions, and our girl. She has affliction to go around punching men in their groin, and she also seems to have some short-term memory loss. But there's other examples could be some guy compulsively kisses balloons, or someone might fart whenever they see a clown. Like there's no rhyme or reason. It's just like weird. But our main character, the heroine of the story is Clara Castanelli, and she, cute pink haired buxom young lass who yeah, she kind of just basically gives zero fucks. She'll punch you in the junk, and she's kind of she seems to be somebody that people go to, not necessarily to solve mysteries, but she helps where she can. And right now there seems to be a where people are stealing, or someone or something is stealing goals, and that's that, like
Makes no
in
sense.
a soccer
Yeah.
game, for example.
Also, the soccer players are wearing like fucking helmets and stuff.
Right, so it's football, soccer.
Yeah.
I love the
Yeah, it
whole
was a little
amalgamation of it.
about that, but yeah.
Well, I mean, European.
What's happening? Yeah.
But I mean, the art's fantastic. It's colorful. I absolutely love the look of this book. But yeah, Clara introduces us to some of her friends, like Medium Cotton, which is just a great fucking name. I love that. I absolutely
Really
adore
good
that.
name, dude. All the names are funny. The names are funny. The sight gags are funny. Like I said, this really did remind me a lot of a Brandon Graham comic. I mean, like to Vince's point, Brandon would actually have, penetration and jizz, but like outside of that,
Right.
like the hyper detailed backgrounds, the sight gags, the play on words, the utterly sophomoric but still funny, like puerile humor. Like it was very much felt like his universe.
It's amazing how much you get within the 20 whatever pages, because not only, like, I don't think it's a stretch to say I'd enjoy a beautifully illustrated, which I think Olivares' artwork is stunning.
Yeah.
Right?
Agreed. Yeah.
It's not a stretch to say a book about sex, drugs, drinking, rock and roll would connect with me, but this book is more than that. It's like her spontaneous need to punch people in the junk. Like it makes no sense, and she can surprise.
And she's like a quasi celebrity, so even like when she's punching people in the junk, they're not really mad. They're just like they want to know why she did it, but like they're not mad. They expect it. Yeah.
Half of them are like, why? But you get a mystery. You get rival gangs of ne'er-do-wells. You get like who done it, and you get a person. This is where I almost lost it. Where I don't think we should spoil it, but the duck.
Yes, that was great. I saw that. I was like, holy shit.
Like, I had to stop and say, what the hell did I just read?
This is no transition. It's one panel to the next. It was great. I absolutely love how just in your face it was.
Wait, in one panel, it's a normal sized duck.
Yes. The next panel, it isn't.
Yeah, it's crazy. But it all comes down. I think Paul Tobin did a fantastic job on the story. But
Agreed.
The art is by Olivares is spectacular.
Yeah,
Agreed.
That's what I was waiting for, and because I've been following this person for a while, and like Jason and David said, it's not super explicit, but it almost is.
Yeah, it's hard R, which is cool. Like that's I need R rated. If you're gonna give me if you're gonna be sexual, give me the R rate. Don't give me the PG-13. And this is R. It's not X, but to your point, but it's R rated.
Right. But it's dense. I mean, there is the panels are jam
There's
packed
no shortcuts. There's no
with side tags and typography and cartooning. I think Olivares must have worked for an animation department somewhere along the line, because it is so fluid, like it's
For sure.
crazy. Yeah.
Such
And
a
I'm
crap.
kind of I'm kind of impressed that they're only doing a 3-issue miniseries.
Yeah, getting in, getting out.
Right, because you know there's going to be another one,
Hope so.
right?
Hope so.
I hope so.
And, yeah, and to make a 3-issue hardcover is going to be beautiful. It's not going to break the bank. You know this is going to go to hardcover, and it's going to be affordable. It's going to look nice on the shelf, and you'll be able to go back and read it whenever. And I agree. I think Colleen has looked better.
Yeah, this felt rushed. I'm gonna help my hubby out. Like, she's a wonderful cartoonist, and actually she's great
Right.
at drawing naughty, and she's also great at drawing naughty comics. So I was a little, the backup left me a little bit meh, but I thought the book as a whole was an absolute grand slam.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. Yeah. I'm looking at the joke punch, and I won't say which one, but
There's a
it's
bunch.
crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
The fact that
I think it's a goose, by the way, not a duck, but
Whatever. Like, it's a foul.
Yeah.
And more ways than one. It's foul.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the next issue. Yeah, it's great. It was great. It was a total delight,
'cause
and
his-
like I
'cause his
said,
name
I
is-
knew nothing about it. So,
His name is Joey Bag of Ducks, so I'm pretty sure those are ducks.
well, then I take some issue with their
appearance?
decision to draw a duck that way. I mean, remember, my father makes
Yes.
a living carving ducks, so I know a lot. I know way more about ducks than most people on the planet. And so I wouldn't say that's drawn exactly like, I think it's drawn much more like a goose, but fair enough. It still does not in any way change the funniness of the humor of the
Right.
of the-
A duck
Yeah.
does not have a long neck. Like
No,
right.
yeah, I think the assassin could very well be a goose, which is probably why it's not as much. But it's just
Very wrong story. Maybe he wanted it to be a duck, but the only costume was a goose.
Yeah, maybe Olivares didn't know what a duck was. I don't know.
right. Yeah, you know, his Google
Maybe
Translate is a little off.
Right. Yeah.
I
But it is sexy as hell.
oh yeah.
Um,
I mean, listen, I don't care if he draws ducks or geese, but like, you know, if you want to keep drawing, you know, like female behinds and like corners of panels here and there, to keep doing that, that's fine.
It's
I'm fine
the
with
random
subtlety of it.
like it's the random asses that made me think of Brandon initially. I'm like, oh, this is like a Brandon comic. Like there's like ass
Yeah.
everywhere. Like
yeah. And to David, the Bloodwire looks really good.
I can't wait for that to come out. I'm so looking forward to that. I even before, because I didn't, just the like couple of pages that they showed in the Lunar catalog a couple months ago, and the solicit, I was like, this sounds really, really cool. So I'm going to check this out. But then the fact that they gave us a couple of intro pages as a preview with Junk Punch, made me really happy that I pre-ordered it, and hopefully it'll be here soon. But but again, as far as Olivares goes, I mean, this is such a packed place. It is so crowded. Every single page has different looking people. Like there's just the outfits that they're wearing, and just, but it is so. It's probably 3 issues because my man needs a break. Like I can't imagine like going on for like 4, 5, 6 issues of this. He's gonna burn himself out. But yeah, no. It's funny. It's gorgeous. It's clever. It's funny. I definitely highly recommend it. And I'm glad, you know, we've been lucky these past couple months between Cocaine Hippopotamus. It's been nice to just kind of, preach some off the wall comics should be ridiculous
Yeah,
type
some silliness.
shit. Where it's nice to either unplug and try to forget about everything else going on, but or even from big two stuff, because you can get bogged down or that can kind of wear on you after a while. But I mean, something like this, out of the blue, kudos, props to Mad Cave. Keep doing what you're doing, because I have a feeling if this keeps up, they're probably going to be they're probably going to be mentioned quite a bit on neoclassicers from some people.
Yeah. I think they've upped their games to the point where now they're a threat. And
I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's like I've turned my focusing on the business of comics brain off so long ago. I have no idea how well they're doing or not doing. But
hopefully,
But I mean, obviously, if you go by our topics of the last few months, Mad Cave books keep coming up. You know.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
Even the quote media tie-in issues of other books are very good. I won't name names, but you can extrapolate as you see fit, where they do a lot of books that are media adjacent, right? Where you'll have a property that is famous for cartoons and other media that is now a comic book. And you would think that, oh, well, I guess it's okay. But it's not. It's better than that. They seem to pride themselves on producing material that rises above expectations. And I, as a longtime comic creator, I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but I appreciate that. As a fan of these properties, where they're not just cash cows, they're not bad, they're good.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're good.
No diggity, no doubt.
Yep. Junk Budge #1.
Love it.
So silly. Oh God.
Kalaka.
Yep. I'm glad you read it. Even more, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard not to, honestly. I mean, I don't know, what kind of person wouldn't enjoy this unless you just like serious comics,
Right. Yep.
right? I think the bigger issue is that it literally almost just completely escaped my purview, and I feel like I mean, obviously, I do a monthly review of all the catalogs that we have available to us and talk about. Like, I feel like I go through everything with a fine-tooth comb, and then there's still always stuff that just completely, despite going through it, like it's still stuff that you just miss. You know, it's. So I need to start, like, just reminding myself, like, oh, Mad Cave deserves a full scan, not a quick scan. You know, like
I look at your list all the time.
I treat Mad Cave like Mad Cave like I do like Dynamite or
Dynamite or Valiant.
You know, meaning like I don't like ignore it completely. Like there are certain publishers I'd literally ignore, right? Like like American Mythology, is that what it's called? Or or like whatever. Like where you're just like, okay, I'm not. They never have anything I want. But like I wouldn't say Mad Cave is that, but it's often like it's kind of like where I would lump it in with like Vault and whatever the new name for Valiant is. I forget what that.
Oh, Alien books.
Alien books. Like it's like I'm not just like skipping over it, but I'm just quickly like scanning it and seeing if like a title or a creator like catches my eye. Otherwise, but I'm not like whereas a lot of the other publishers like Fanta, D&Q, Avery, like I'm reading each solicit. I'm like, oh, let me read this, look at this, and see if this is something I'd be interested in. So I need to train myself to make Mad Cave that tier where I'm like actually looking at each solicit in totality and like the creators and the pitch and thinking, oh, maybe I'll try this.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I look at your list all the time, and it makes me happy, but not like Corbin on there. And that
wait, first of all, okay, hold on. Number one, Corbin's dead. Number two, you act like there's but you act like there's Corbin in every catalog. There's not Corbin in it. Like it's
almost. Oh, every other.
Okay, if you say so.
Did you order the Sinbad graphic? No, you didn't.
Well, wait. I love that you audit my fucking list.
I
I
do.
don't think I did. But
he
you didn't.
does.
But why didn't you hit me up and say, "Hey, there's a Sinbad graphic novel"? Like, why
Because
didn't
it you should know.
Oh,
But
see,
how
that's the
can
thing.
he?
It's Star Wars.
Because
You're my
but,
boo, though. You, if you like as my boo, I want you to enjoy all the things that you should enjoy. So if I see something that you don't seemingly notice and I think you'll enjoy it, I'm like, hey, why don't you check this out? This seems like it's up your alley.
I first of all, I love you so much, but I have never ever received an email or a Slack that says you should be reading this from you. I've never
Because
ever.
you're a man of impeccable taste and you're prolific
Oh,
already.
okay. So
So-
you appeal to my vanity. Yes.
Oh, The Last Voyage of Sinbad.
Yeah.
Richard Corbin and Jan Sternat. It looks good.
Yeah. It's the one that I think that you will appreciate the most.
Oh, it already came out, though. It came out.
yeah,
Yeah, it came out this
Oh,
this
I'm
month.
ordering from our sponsor right now.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's because I've gotten all of them before they were when they were solicited. For some
See
reason,
that?
somehow I missed Sinbad, so I have to get it from CGN.
Oh, I don't think he has it. Fuck. He doesn't have it.
Oh well. Dear
Is that a
loss.
stock? Because it's on my wish
Well,
list.
you know what? No, it's just his search is a little wonky.
Because it's
Sinbad didn't
SINDBAD.
Yeah, it's spelled
Oh,
differently.
that's what it is. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's why. Yep. But no, he does have it. Okay.
There you go.
$24.49. It's a fucking bargain at any price.
Yep.
It is because it's one of the thicker.
Oh,
ones.
nice.
That's what she said.
Yeah. There you go. So let's keep this train rolling.
Let's do it. Let's keep it going.
What do you
Not
got?
to not to well, I feel weird like going from an absolute ridiculous silly comic to because it's a very big change in tone, but nevertheless, I'll go there. I caught up on Escape, which is a book that we talked about several times over the run. It is, of course, well, maybe not of course for some people, but it is written by Rick Remender, and it is beautifully illustrated. I don't know if it's painted or digitally painted. I'm not sure the medium, but it is illustrated by Daniel Acuña. And I've said several times in talking about the early issues that to my eye, Daniel Acuña has never looked better. He is basically channeling Guardino, and I'm here for it. Like I think Acuña needs to do anthropomorphic comics for the rest of his life because it really is fucking beautiful. And I mean, I don't dislike Acuña. Like we've talked, what was that Avengers, the old school Avengers book he did a few
Twilight
years back was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's been looking good the last few years, but like to me, this is like a whole nother level, and I think
I
the
agree.
anthropomorphization plays a role there. But yeah, I mean, issue 7 just came out. It feels like it was on a bit of a hiatus, but I had not read 4 through 7, so I read 4 through 7, and you know, it's a weird thing because I you know, certainly I'm a Remender stan, right? Like I rep 4 and talk about pretty much everything he does, and it's I've often say he's one of my favorite comic writers ever, and that is all true. So what I love about this book, though, which may seem counterintuitive given that I am a Remender fan, is this to me feels like a book I've never seen Rick do before. And I value that. You know, when we talk, like when you have those occasional conversations about the best writers ever or the best writers of a generation, I ascribe a lot of weight to writers who have proven to me that they can do different genres, you know. Obviously Alan Moore being the king of all kings in that regard, but like, you know, a few years back I know we had a conversation and I said for me that's why, you know, Jason Aaron is high up on my list because he's done so many different styles of comics. He's done cartoon comics and war comics and superhero comics and you know, indie like, and it's just he does them all well. And it's like you know, Remender has certainly done lots of different types of comics over the years, but I've read them all, and I think there are certain stylistic and narrative like through points through a lot of his work which again work for me. I mean, that's why he's one of my favorites. But this feels both structurally and tonally, and even the emotional weight behind the characters and their decisions. It all feels very, very different than anything Rick's ever written before, and that fucking turns me on. Like, I love that. Like, I didn't know. I don't know why I should be surprised that he had this kind of story in him, but I am surprised that he had this kind of story in him, and I adore that. I adore that. So, you take Acuña's incredible art, and I just think it's brilliant. Like, Dap and I have talked about this with the first few issues. Like, the anthropomorphizing of war is a smart thing. It kind of it takes a slight edge off of it. Like, it lets you kind of escape into it a little more than you could if it was human beings in real Nazi Germany, right? Like, certainly, obviously, Mouse being the greatest example, always will be, always, like, that will never be dethroned, but, like, that set the tone. It just feels really heartening. Like the characters have real emotional depth, and but not like in an extreme over the top way like his characters often do in stories where they're just, it's like high adventure and their settings are just by design just completely fantastical. This is, a war story, and it is a slightly different world, right? Like, the countries are different, and they are animal beings, and but ultimately it's very much a World War story, and it looks and feels and reads like a classic war movie or war comic, and I'm absolutely captivated by it. I care about Milton. I care about people helping him. I hate the antagonists, and I think it's like booking a good professional wrestling story. Like you're supposed to hate the heels and love and love the faces, and I feel like Remender's getting that done in this. So I thought it was a really easy catch up reading 4 issues in one sitting. I think it's beautiful. I don't know how long this is going to go for, but I think it's to me shaping up to be one of like my favorite works from Rick, like in the modern era, of the last post Fear Agent Black Science era, So I really enjoyed it. I know Dap, you had been more current on it, but you did read issue 7 as well. So I don't know where you're sitting with it, but hopefully you're getting as much out of it as I am.
It is considering, and there's so much that would make it not up my alley. It's a war comic. It's I've had my issues in the past with Acuña. Those aren't present here. This
isn't Baby Hope Big Cable Acuña.
No, that's definitely not Ariel Olivetti stuff. It's not it's not his Uncanny Avengers, anything like that. It's not, like you said, Avengers Twilight, or even the Uncle Sam book from way back when. I like the way this looks, even down to the coloring. His coloring is one work. But what you said about Milton, spot on. He's a fantastic character. And it's the way Rick has everything set up, where obviously you're rooting for the guy and you want him to succeed, and you hope that the bads get what's coming to them. But he always
you hope Milton makes it home to see his to meet his baby.
Absolutely, and that's the thing, is that every other page, like, Rick puts him in a position where you're like, this could very well be the end, and then someone else is going to have to carry it on. But like, I don't know if I would not be surprised. I hate it, but I would not be surprised if Milton meets his fate at the hands of the enemy here, and that's just part of the story, because that's what happens in war, and shit's senseless, and I hate it. But if something happens to him, it fits in with the story, I'd be crushed. But I'm expecting it at any moment, and the fact that he keeps squeaking by, and especially with what happens in the 7th issue with the cavalry coming, it's just it's a lot of fun. I thought it might just be like, a 6-issue series the way it started off, but as it's continuing and Milton's going on about his mission, and that mission is of course to take that Titan cannon out so that air support can show up and do what it needs to do. So we hope Milton meets his objective and can move forward. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but yeah, I mean the 7th issue just keeps the good times coming. Issue 8 will be out in a few weeks towards the end of this month. So I mean, the way this issue ends, issue 7 ends, it's one of those situations where I needed the next issue. I need number 8 now, so I can't wait for Image to send out those damn PDFs because I got to read it as soon as possible. It's Escape is a lot of fun, and it's weird because not to turn this into a Remender or Rama or even revisit your feelings from the Sacrifices a couple of weeks ago, but I did read the Napalm Lullaby trade, and that I enjoyed it. I thought Bengal looked really good, but I have to wonder, thinking back on our previous conversations and recent conversations, if this was always the intended arc for these characters, for our siblings, and it started off. I feel like it started off as one thing, and then and there may have been clues along the way, and had I not fallen off and then just went back and read it straight through with the trade, I don't know if it's not a cop out. It's not a it's not a Saint Elsewhere type thing when it wraps up, but it feels like it ended differently than where we were going when it started, and I'm hoping that that's not. I don't want that to seem to be a trend or a pattern moving forward, because I haven't finished the Sacrificers yet, and I'm thinking about things like Seven to Eternity or Deadly Class, and I want to make sure that, not that I can make sure, but I'm hopeful that something like what happened with the Sacrificers or how I felt about Napalm Lullaby are just anomalies, and if that's the way the story was intended, okay, cool, and maybe even to a degree like Death of Glory. There's just, I'm wondering if, like you said, and even Nate mentioned it on the Slack, that if whether sales play a factor, or if he just gets, if it's like Jason during the fantasy season where he's all gung ho with baseball early on, but then once it becomes football, it's like, all right, I'm out. And he's like, whatever happens with the baseball stuff, but now focus on fantasy football, and that's that. So I don't know if maybe he just kind of, this is the new thing I'm into. I know this is wrapping up, so I'm just going to give it a little bit of attention because I want to put all my eggs in this new basket.
Yeah, I think sales have to play a role there, right? Like, you get excited for like this vision you have for something creatively, and then like the business says, oh, you don't really have you're not selling enough to do that, and so it's like, okay, and you want to. So because I do think that and again, let me caveat this before I say what I say, that again, Remender is one of my favorite like writers of all time, but but there are, and I talked about this, with Sacrificers, like there are times when it feels to me like, because he knows he has to wrap it up before he intended to, he kind of goes out with a pout, instead of like it's like, oh, okay, well, fuck you then, and it's like, that is understandable emotionally. Like, I would probably feel the same way, but as a ardent and passionate supporter of his work, it can feel a little bit like we're taking the punishment that the publisher should be taking.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I think he loses interest a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't think that is completely fair to the people that are plunking down $3.99 or $4.99 in nature. Yeah. And bonus points for not saying escape.
Why do people say escape?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
Oh,
yeah.
God, that would make me pucker. That was because.
escape to go get some breakfast.
Dude,
It's
listen,
bad. It's bad.
By the way, Vince, just so you know, because I just ordered, I did just order The Last Voyage of Sinbad and Billy Bat Volume 1 and Mobile Suit Gundam Deluxe Edition Volume 4 from Cheap Graphic Novels. But my last order, which I've yet to receive, but I did place it, two of the three things on the order were Richard Corbin Neverwhere and Richard Corbin Rat God.
Yeah, you'll like them.
There
You
go.
will. You will.
Sorry.
wow, so you have
Excellent.
you'll have almost half of the Corbin Dark Horse library.
Yeah. No, not even close.
I know.
No, it's never enough. No, it's not.
Definitely not.
Never enough. Never.
Dan is 5 volumes. Then there's Rat God and Rolf.
Oh yeah.
And
I've got
no,
the 5.
yeah,
5 dens. There's
Mercury World, I think is a Kickstarter, wasn't it?
No, I'm looking right at it. It's the same trade dress as the rest.
Oh,
I can't believe we're an hour into this thing and you guys haven't talked about your fucking booze, Maxwell Prince and Martin Morazzo.
yeah.
Oh, wait, what was that?
What?
I'm the fact that it's not an issue of Ice Cream Man. I'm still mulling it over. It
Okay.
was good.
Yes,
I think
yes, it
that,
was good.
of course, we are talking about The Dead Man, written by W. Maxwell Prince, Martin Morazzo on art. Chris O'Halloran is colorist, and good old Neon.
Yeah, you gotta love that name.
Yeah, I
is
love it.
hilarious. I thought it was good, but I think it's too dense to comment on it right now. And
Interesting.
if that's a cop
Is it wordier than
Oh,
Ice
it's
Cream Man?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's a wordy bitch.
I mean, I read the issue. It is a wordy bitch, but I don't know if it's like typical of an Ice Cream Man issue or not.
No,
No,
it's
I think it's
wordier.
denser. Yeah.
Yeah, it's denser.
Okay.
I enjoyed it, but I don't have a comment on it until it can go so many different ways. Where they didn't really play with the Dead Man formula too much, which I appreciate.
Which is why it's not an absolute, right? That's why it's just it's not in the absolute canon.
I mean, it's not even a Black Label or an Elseworlds. It's just it's part of the All In or Next Level.
Yeah.
Right. I think there's too much there.
Okay.
Where I laugh because he treats the background information with more precision than he does the origin. It's like the origin is 3 panels, and it's just like, okay, I guess we're done, and we learn more about the people that are dying and dead and hovering around Dead Man than we do the story, if that makes sense. I thought there was a lot on which to chew, and I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to say anything yet about it, other than it's good. It's a wordy fuck, but it's good.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely getting your money's worth with it. There's you're going to spend some time reading it. It's and the art's fantastic, duh. But it's I think I think Prince is. I mean, obvious. I think it's been a minute since we've seen Dead Man or Boston Brand. Unless Wade's going to put him in the background of a Justice League Unlimited story or something like that. But for the most part, like we don't. It's probably been a minute since any modern or newer DC reader has read anything with Deadman. So this reads as here's a quick Cliff's Notes version of who Boston Brand and Deadman is, and kind of sort of how he came to be. And he does a good job, both Prince and the character, of explaining who he is and why he is and what he does. But it does feel like you're getting pulled in a couple different directions because we're getting introduced to a new baddie, and so it's a solid setup issue because we also get to we go to Nanda Parbat and hang out with Kushna, and because it's been a minute since
Too much.
I've
Yeah.
seen the goddess. So yeah, it's and I like the fact that Marazzo gets to play around with different looks for the character. We get a new costume, we get his custodian garb, we get his overalls, coveralls, but I absolutely perked up on the last page when they tease the next issue called The Grave and the Bold, because not only will Deadman appear, but you'll also have Batman. Okay, cool. But Plastic Man is also going to show up. So
Right.
I'm stoked for number 2 already. But yeah,
AKA that one bendy guy.
and that one bendy guy. I like the puns. I like how I like he's being cute, and the fact that like and we Robertsville is where Deadman lives, in air quotes, and we meet some poor souls who are literally stuck because they can't move on. There's Susan, who's stuck in purgatory, and she had a brain aneurysm.
Yeah, that's too much.
There's the couple arguing on the roof of their home. They died in 1954 due to a car accident because homeboy's a lush. But I love you turn the page and we're introduced to Bobby, the closest thing Boston has to a friend, who died in 1922. So of course has the look and vocabulary of somebody from way back when, talking about how homeboy's blotto and he's drinking White Lightning and the hooch and this, and I'm just like, damn, I was amused by that page. It's a good first issue. I don't want to. I can't judge the series based yet on just this, but yeah, I think and obviously we have history of Ice Cream Man. We have the recent Kryptonite Spectrum to see how they might feel and play around in the DC universe. But as far as the first issue goes, there's a lot to read. It's a real quick or dense primer on the character. But I think it's a story that you're going to. I hate to say it, but you're going to need more than one issue to really kind of get a feel for where we're going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of it, and I think that dialogue and site specific things are more than they seem to be. I don't think there's anything in this issue that is throwaway.
No, yeah.
And a standard size comic is not going to tell you all you need to know about Boston Brand. And it's not on the surface. Going below the surface, it's not going to tell you anything you need to know other than what the author deems necessary about the secondary and tertiary characters. And there are a lot of characters in this issue, where that's why I don't want to say anything, because I'd be lying if I said I know where it's going, because I don't. There's just so much. But you can't get money's worth in terms of writing and art. But we haven't heard from Jason.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean, I obviously have not. I have nothing bad to say about Ice Cream Man. Like, let me be clear. It's not like I dislike Ice Cream Man. It's just for some reason I haven't connected with it in the same way that you guys have. But I mean, I could totally see one day just like binging a big collection of it or something. So it's not it's not like I'm like holding that against them, but it just doesn't mean much to me. But that said, you know, I don't have a ton of history with the Dead Man, but like I've always thought he was kind of a cool character. So I thought, all right, let me peep this. I don't disagree with you, Vincent. It's wordy, but for me, it worked, man. I got to say, like, I think the visuals really are well served in this kind of story, right? Like, just the kind of thing he should be drawing. I think that like the setup worked for me. I like this idea of us getting as much, or at least close to as much, focus on the big bad that they're setting up as we are Deadman himself, which makes the big bad feel like have some gravitas, like we're going to be seeing him around for a while, like fucking around with things until it comes to a head, like down the line. I thought it was appropriately like violent, and gory. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I didn't find the wordiness off-putting. Maybe because of the strength of the visual. So I totally dug it. I really enjoyed the heavy Hindu influence into all of this. Which is smart. I mean, obviously, Dead Man and Nanda Parbat are not like that. They've been linked for a long time, but to be fair, like as much as Nanda Parbat exists in the DC universe, they don't often like heavily tie it into Hindu history and lore. It kind of stands on its own, and kind of serves as a vessel for whatever the storyteller wants to use Nanda Parbat for. So like I love that these guys really like went full into the Hinduism and the spiritualism of that. So I liked everything about it, man. I liked the way it looked. I liked the spiritual overlay. I liked the reverence they paid to that spirituality, and I loved the fucking evil beasts shedding their skin and getting ready to fucking have some kind of like implied orgy or birthday celebration. Make your mind will go where it's gonna go. So I'm here for it, dude. And also, didn't you guys think that? I mean, maybe this is just me reading into it, but didn't you think like the big bad kind of looked like Stan Lee?
Or Steranko, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably coincidental. But I was like, oh, it's fucking Stan Lee as a demon. That's kind of funny. So yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
But you can't call foul because Ice Cream Man, as good as it is, probably sells. If Eric Larson can't break the 10,000 copy ceiling, I would think Ice Cream Man sells anywhere between 5,000 and 7,000 copies when it comes out. So I understand why they would want to go to DC and do these characters, but they're not exactly picking characters that are like mega sellers. Like you would think they would do Batman. If you wanted to, you would.
Well, those guys. I mean, these guys just did a Superman story, right?
Yeah, but how much
They
is
did the
Superman?
crypt. I'm saying they did the crypt. They did the crypt.
Right,
And
but
Batman
to
was
my
in it.
point, how much does Superman sell? Maybe 20,000, maybe
Yeah, I honestly
30,000.
don't know.
Yeah, but Batman sells a lot more. But so we've gotten a Superman and now a Dead Man. It does my heart good to know that they're featuring characters they want to do rather than the characters that sell the most.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know. Is it better that we got another issue of Ice Cream Man? I don't know. I don't know. I think that this was good, but would I rather have had another issue of Ice Cream Man? I don't know. I don't know. There's a
Right.
lot of things I don't know, but I'm just happy that they continue to work together.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, um, I don't see this on any of your lists.
What would that be?
So I'm not going to let that stop me. I read, written by Ryan North, art by Francesco Mobili, color art by Frank D'Armata, and Travis Lanham did the color, the letters. Uh, Alex Ross did the cover, but there are a slew of variants for this, at least 9. It is called Doomquest, Volume 1. And like I said, I don't think either of you read this. Um,
Well, I haven't read it yet.
we get a Cliff's Notes version of Doom's origin, and his minister comes to him and says, and I'm being as vague as possible, Latveria is not doing so good. And Doom is like, what are you talking about? And the minister more or less tells Doom what he wants to hear in a way that he wants to hear it, right? That you could be doing more, you could be getting more ambitious. Your projects are doing fine, but Latveria is not. And he turns on uh, the Minds of Tomorrow Summit. And who do you think is the guest speaker at the Minds of Tomorrow Summit?
Reed Richards.
Yes.
Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, of course. Reed Richards. So Reed implants
Fucking Reed.
the idea of time travel into Doom's mind, where if Doom goes back in time and pushes the Latverian agenda, then Latveria in the present will be grander, achieve the status that Doom believes it should achieve. And I think it's perfect that Reed is the one that implants the belief in Doom. We've always known Doom to be Reed's secondary in almost everything. So Doom is obsessed with achieving his goals, where he creates a time machine in a year. A year. He creates a time machine, fixing to go back in time to make Latveria the glory of the world that he feels it should be. So you have the X-Men, the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, Spider-Man. Sometimes they make, sometimes not. Uh, attacking Doom, but Reed has the last laugh where he adjusts slightly the target of the time warp, where Doom is now in a very precarious situation. Let's just say, this just came out, so I don't want to spoil it. But there is a traitor. I don't know why this person would become. I was going to say something, but in saying it, I would reveal the nature of the traitor. So I won't. But
I mean, don't not spoil it for our edification. I have no plans in reading this, but for our listeners, maybe they'll care. I don't know.
Well, fast forward 3 minutes because that's how long it'll take me. Johnny is a traitor.
Oh, Johnny's a traitor. Damn. That's
And he cold cocks Sue.
What? His
Punches his
sister?
sis in the face?
Get
His
the hell
sister.
out of here. He's possessed.
See, this book sounds even whacker than I thought it was, and I thought it was gonna be whack.
No, it's not bad. It's actually good. I think that Mobili's artwork is really nice. There are some double page spreads that are just like, damn, where the hell did you pull that from? Like Doom building the time machine, the time machine itself is amazing. I think they did a really good job. Suffice to say that I do not believe that obviously it's a cash cow. I do not believe this book was done thinking that it would burn up the charts. I believe that this book was done thinking that this is the next step. Doom failed in his quest to attract the world to Latveria aside, doing seemingly altruistic extrapolations on things. Now he's stuck somewhere that I need to see how he gets out of this. And he's not going to stop here. Long story short, it's Doom being shunted through time to notable or noteworthy events in human nature. How did he get out of it? I don't know. But it's all because of Reed. Because Doom never intended to be on at this time or place. I thought it was wonderful. Yeah, I thought it read really, really, really well. Reed looks like a 50s sitcom star, but that's Reed, right? That
Can I ask a question though?
yeah,
Like, did we not just have one world under Doom?
Yep.
well, that's the thing because Doom's story's not over.
Right.
Okay, but shouldn't it be for a while? Like,
No,
fucking Doom fucking consumed the entire Marvel universe for a year. Like,
Doom is not Darkseid, right?
I don't know what that means. I don't.
I would.
He is Dark. He's the Marvel version of Darkseid. He's omnipresent and always the choice every writer wants to make their big bad. Like he's basically DC's proxy for Darkseid, or vice versa.
But-
I mean,
Right, but maybe it's personal preference. But when I see Darkseid, I like it's Darkseid again. But when I see Doom, I'm like, oh, it's Doom. Again.
Okay. I mean,
It
I
just
don't disagree
makes
with the
sense.
underlying premise that I think on in a neutral debate, I would prefer Doom as a character over Darkseid. But
Oh, a million
I
times.
don't in any way agree with the premise that like all Doom all the time. Like I'm fucking tired of Doom, and you can't convince me that this isn't a very weak attempt at capitalizing on the fact that Doom is the big bad in the fucking Avengers movie this year, which is like okay, cool, but like.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah.
Right, but it's like again, I feel like this is Marvel just completely losing their way because nobody's going to start reading Marvel comics because Doom's in them because the movie's coming out has Doom. Like people are going to see that movie or they're not, and 99% of the people that will or won't see that movie don't ever plan on reading a Marvel comic. And those of us that are longtime Marvel comic readers like are going to go see the movie anyway. So it's like why do I have to ramp up the Doom coverage? It's not going to change the calculus of how that movie does in any way, shape, or form. And I
Well,
don't know
if
why
the,
they think it will.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I didn't read the book, so I'm not going to shit on the book, obviously. But I still think, for me, like this is this is like I just don't like. To me, this is just reason number 1,102 that of why Marvel is just completely a fucking adrift in space right now. Like they just do not have a vision, a central narrative, an ability to be creative. Like they just don't know what to do, and I blame CB. I blame Brevoort, and I blame the Disney executives for, firing the publisher Buckley, which is okay, respect whatever. I'm sure you're paying him a ton, but like Buckley wasn't the one handling creative direction, so like I don't understand firing Buckley and then not also firing CB and Brevoort. I don't. To me, that doesn't change a thing, and yeah, I just. I don't know. I mean, and again, like maybe this book is a hot fire. I'm not saying it's not, but but I'm saying just like from an overall like 10,000 foot view of what Marvel's doing, it's like, oh, okay, like it's the paint by numbers. Like, oh, we've got a big Marvel movie coming out. Like maybe we should have a Doom event. All right, cool. Didn't someone in the room be like, didn't we just have a year-long Doom event last year? Like no one had that conversation. Like CB didn't say, oh, I don't know, guys, like. We've got a million characters. Like maybe we should make the big bad not Doom this year since we made Doom the big bad last year. I don't know. Like it just feels hella like contrived to me and like uninteresting. Like I just read a really like the Doom like One World Under Doom. Even though I'll take my victory lap that it ended on a whimper. It was very creative at the outset. At least like they tried something creative. They didn't stick the landing, but like they at least tried something different, and like that's why we were praising it at the beginning. But like Marvel's got lots of other fucking villains. Like why do we need another Doom event? It's like it's to me it's no different to me than Lex Luthor or Joker or like they're archetypical all-time great villains for sure. But any of these characters are better when we don't see them as often. Like absence makes the heart grow fonder. Like take a year off or two where Doom is in the background licking his wounds from getting fucking dethroned as the god of and the sorcerer of all things, and let him come back with a plan in a few years when we're like, oh, I wonder what Doom's been up to. I don't know. It's like, but whatever. Again, your mileage may vary clearly, but I just to me it is endemic of everything that has made me lose all of my love for Marvel. And I guess at this point I assume I'll get it back at some point, but it seems really like I don't know what will make me get my love for Marvel back, but it ain't this.
Logan calls Cyclops slim.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you got me on this Marvel tangent. I saw a thing today doing a search for something. Came up. Gail Simone apparently is now the third most tenured writer in Uncanny X-Men history. Can I jump off a fucking building? I mean, are we kidding ourselves? Yeah. Like, are we serious? Like, and by the way, number 2 is Scott Lobdell. So I ain't any better. Like, what are we doing?
Gil wrote more issues than like Mike Carey,
than Morrison,
Chuck Austin.
Morrison.
Shit.
Most importantly, Morrison.
Yeah,
I don't know what we're doing. We've lost the fucking narrative.
The new Uncanny, I call it new. Uncanny is on issue like 30. She's
Already?
written a lot, yeah. Yeah. A lot of Uncanny. She's also writing she's fun, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
here or there. Um Doctor Strange, we get to see Iceman? Like, stop. Maybe
You're throwing random characters out. Like I'm supposed to be interested in a Doom event because Iceman and Doctor Strange are in it. Like I see
no.
Iceman and Doctor Strange all the time.
I
Like
do. I don't want to spoil it. I really,
okay.
really, really don't want to spoil it. But he ends up in a situation where it's just like, how's he going to get out of this? Like, even though he's Doctor
I'm guessing a
Doom,
Deus Ex Machina.
he's put in a position where he is, to all intents and purposes, human in a situation that is unwinnable. If he decides to change history, I can't say without spoiling,
Okay.
but I thought it was great. I thought it was fun.
I'm happy for you.
Doomquest, #1. Right north.
Doom Quest.
Francesca. Doom is my doomsday of the Marvel universe.
You just love that word.
I,
That must be
I
it.
will read anything with Doctor Doom in it.
Favorite
I
first
will.
person shooter is Doom. That's great. It's great.
Yeah,
Respect.
I thought it was fun. But you're again. Am I rushing out to buy the John Romita, Klaus Jensen, Luciano Vecchio, Nick Klein, Pete Woods, Ryan Stegman variants? No. I read the regular issue and I thought it was fun.
Oh, here
I
you go. So I found the post. I will have written. She says. This was. She says I will have written the third most issue. I guess with the subsequent issue. She was saying I will now have written the third most issues of Uncanny X-Men, following the Master Chris Claremont and then Scott Lobdell. This is a little mind blowing for me as a kid who read these early issues a billion times, and we're just getting started onward to the #2 spot. And then one of the respondents said, "This is actually fascinating. I was surprised by this, but it looks like she's right." The 3, 4, and 5 are currently Matt Fraction, Kieran Gillen, and Brian Michael Bendis at 35, 36, and 36 issues, respectively. I gotta say, as someone who's read like 99.9% of all X-Men issues ever published, I am legit surprised and would have failed the quiz that like the second, third, fourth, and fifth most prolific X-Men writers were all like in the 30 issue range. Like I
But are
would have
they
not.
is is the focus Uncanny X-Men?
Yeah,
Not like
uncanny,
the
uncanny.
okay, all right. So
Just
it's not
uncanny, yeah.
adjectiveless. It's not any.
No, uncanny. She says
offshoots.
uncanny.
All
She
right.
says uncanny
Okay.
explicitly. Yeah.
Wow.
it's not horrible.
What's not horrible?
Her uncanny. It's
Oh, I think it's pretty horrible.
no, it's not. It's not bad.
I think it's
But
again. It's kind of like to me. It's completely devoid of creativity, newness. It is just playing the hits. It is
Well,
playing the hits
sure.
without it. But yeah. But like we said a million times, like part of writing for the big two is playing the hits. But what makes a great big two writer is you play the hits and give us some little sauce, a little pinch of saffron, a little something we haven't tasted before. Gail Simone's comics read like I've seen and read every aspect of these comics before. There's nothing in her stories that I haven't seen before in an X-Men comic. Not a single thing.
Well, I guess we should disagree. I don't think her uncanny is horrible, but I do think
Well, I guess I feel like horrible in like the Chuck Austin. Yeah, it's not horrible. It's not like I
No.
can't believe we're doing this to these characters. That is
No.
fair. You're
No.
right. But to me, at this point in my life, basic bitch ass by the numbers superhero comics are horrible. So
well, I'm not. I'm also not telling you to read it.
Oh no. Well, I am reading
Right.
because I'm a fucking glutton for punishment to say this,
Right.
but yes, and I know I have only myself to blame for that, but this is not a case of me bitching about something I'm not actually reading. I am reading it and nonplussed. Beth could be standing in front of me naked if I've just read an X-Men comic. I'm gonna need.
Whoa, stop. All right. Yeah, too much.
Just keeping it 100.
Too much.
Keeping it a
I would-
$1.50, dog.
Yeah, I would. Aside from, jeez, a newly unearthed David Lynch movie, I would. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
See, got me
Yeah.
on plus.
I love it. Left you for Clem. So speechless.
I messed up.
Nice.
Yeah. And we, like we didn't know who Mr. Blue was.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Hiya.
Hiya. But anyway, Doomquest, number 1. Read it or don't. I don't care.
Read it or don't. That's it. That's perfect. That's a great pull quote. Read it or don't.
That's it.
Read it or don't.
Dust jacket.
Perfect.
I
11 o'clock
it.
hours.
Read it or not, I don't care.
Yeah. I really don't.
That's great.
Okay. Do you want me to bring it home, or what should we do?
I'm gonna do a Mad Cave-O-Rama because I got something for in your travels. So, but before that, I saw the 5th issue of a comic that's illustrated by I'm gonna fuck up his name. I hate it.
Motherfucker, I don't see any 5th issue on your list.
No. I'm gonna get to it because I didn't read the 5th issue yet because I had to go back to the first 4 issues because I saw the 5th issue is written by Steve Orlando with art by you're gonna have to help me, Jason. The Buffy artist, Giorgianti.
Giorgianti, yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so apparently he's drawing the current arc. So because I wanted to see how this story started, and I probably shouldn't have. This is, again, from Mad Cave, the first 4 issues of a series called Revolution 9. And the first arc was written by Mad Cave CEO and CCO, Chief Creative Officer, Mark London. Art by Carlos Reno and colors by Canola, and it's an interesting enough setup. I don't know if it needed 4 issues, but basically, there's a secret faction or sect that kind of apparently controls things, and everything is in like sets of 9. So there's this dude, Volta, and his right-hand man, his name is Thorn. But Volta he's the dude in charge, and there are teams of basically of assassins, and the assassins seem to have been told that everything that they're doing is to make sure things go the way they're supposed to go. They're the peacekeeping and hidden army of sorts that makes sure the world keeps turning. And one of these assassins goes by the name of Velveteen, and so she was rescued, for lack of a better term, from an orphanage. She had a twin sister. She and her twin sister both have the David Bowie eyes, although they're blue and green. And there was a security guard at the orphanage who liked to come in and have fun with the little girls. And so one night, one of the girls had a plan, and when Homeboy comes into the room, she attacks, lunges at him, stabs him in the neck repeatedly with a pair of scissors. He dies. 2 days later, her sister is adopted or fosters and leaves the orphanage, leaving the killer behind. Who the next day, Volta shows up and takes her from the orphanage and promises to teach her how to protect herself from other monsters, and gives her a new life and a new mission. And so she gets to kill people, like the security guard that she killed way back when. It turns out that she falls in love with somebody who's also part of this organization. He goes by the name of Kane. Unfortunately, Kane is killed, and we find out later that it's Thorn, Volta's right-hand man, who kills Kane. Volta really just wants to like be in control, and he doesn't want any questions, doesn't want anybody to stray off the path that he has. And Velveteen seems to have questions or concerns, or she doesn't think everything's really on the up and up. We find out that there was one assignment she was sent on that really didn't. 6 months prior, she's on assignment. There was an American human rights activist, but not violent, not somebody who's got a whole army behind them. Velveteen has only really kind of been assigned to kill violent and aggressive people, which this woman isn't. She does the kill shot. The woman dies, falls in front of her, and she's looking at herself. It's her own fucking twin sister. And at that moment, she realizes that they tricked her into killing her own sister. And now she's like, well, who else? What else would they have been? What else have they kept from me? What else have they had me do that goes against pretty much everything that we're supposed to be doing? So she's breaking away. And we find out there's this dude, Jasper, who kind of hacked into the Revolution's logs and into their server, has all their information. And so Volta sends Velveteen to kill Jasper, retrieve the logs, and make sure everything is, kept secret. But she has her own agenda, and she ends up not killing Jasper, and because she's like, listen, you got the logs, we need to get this to somebody, we need to get this to people who are going to know what the Revolution group is up to. So these 4 issues are basically Volta and Thorn chasing down Velveteen and everything that she has to do to get away and make sure their secrets are out. And it kind of ends in a way that is positive for Velveteen, not so good for Volta. So it was fine, but it probably didn't need to be 4 issues. Like I said, I wanted to read that to get the backstory before I just jump in with number 5, because I wanted to see how the art was in that one. So that was fine. But the thing is, what I really found interesting, not with Revolution 9, just to keep the Mad Cave love going, is this is something that Jason might be interested in. I haven't finished it yet. I started it's a mini-series called Astro Quantum. And that is written. Say again?
Tread lightly.
Oh, are you reading it?
Yeah.
Okay. It looks great. It's written. It's co-written by Andrea Mutti and Arturo Fabra, drawn by Andrea Mutti, and it looks great. And it's a space story, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. But what I didn't realize until towards the end of the first issue and more so into the second issue. There's a young alien, humanoid alien, blue skin, white hair, who wants to leave his world and go see the stars. So he boards a ship. There's a mutiny. The crew kills the captain, but they decide to punish or torture the young alien, and they shunt him to the toxic world of Maku. And at first, I don't think anything of it, because we find out that the young lad's name is Ishmael. He is rescued when he lands on Maku, because the air is toxic. You breathe it in too long on the surface, it'll just start eating away at your organs. So you kind of have to go underground. There's an alien woman who rescues him, kind of nurses him back to health. Her name is Queequeg, and they end up leaving. They're able to leave Maku, and they catch a ride with a ship called the Pequod. And there is the captain of that ship his captain's name is Achab, and wouldn't you know it, he is absolutely on a mission to hunt a spacefaring creature, and it's a lot more fun than I thought it would be. And I'm about 3 issues in, a few pages into the 3rd issue. It's only 5 issues, so I'll have it finished by the time we record next. But yeah, I'm reading this and I'm like, yeah, Jason might get a kick out of this. I think I don't know how, we'll see if it sticks the landing, but it starts off pretty well. The first issue definitely sets everything up, introduces you to the characters. It's violent in spots. It's witty. I like the cleverness of it. Some of the characters are can't be trusted. Not exactly on the up and up, but for the most part, it looks cool. I like the look of the ships. I like. I've been a fan of Mutti's art in the past, so I mean, it's a good looking book, and yeah, so I would think that, again, it's just another one of those. Hey, look what Mad Cave did, and kind of just snuck under and just setting things up. But yeah, this was I would recommend it. I think you should give Astro Quantum a shot.
Awesome. Yeah, it sounds cool.
There you go. Thank you for not spoiling it. Because I've read up to issue 2,
okay.
I believe. CheapGraphicNovels.com. CheapGraphicNovels.com. If you want to pay less in retail, far less, go there, because you will be astounded at how much they have. Leave us a review wherever you listen to this, and check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/11 o'clock comics 11, no apostrophe, so do the math. And 3 tiers. Tip $5, $10. That's it. It's the Slack is the best thing ever. So do your self a favor and check it out. I would like to get these off my list. So real quick, Dan to Dan, Volume 18 by Yukinobu Tatsu. Just when you think that the story is going on far too long, I thought the game aspect of the haunted box was taking forever
Yeah.
to get done. Even though it's beautifully illustrated, I was like, okay, wrap it up.
Yeah.
In volume 18, your heart will be ripped out your chest, thrown on the ground, stepped on by Yukinobu Tatsu in the form of Ujizuma. We're told why Unji is important. Rokuro, the alien, shows up, as does the security guard, or the cop, I should say, Beka. It's amazing, and I'm sad that I felt that way, but that does not change the fact that he adds Tatsu adds a certain amount of gravitas to the proceedings. Where yay, it's a reason to keep reading. Violence and superheroics and video game elements are one thing, but when they actually mean something, it's amazing. It's amazing. The real thing I wanted to talk about was Rye again, Thunder. No, Volume 3, where it could just be construed as a well, let's just say a weightless manga, where up until now, volumes 1 and 2, they were fairly, were- they were okay. They were pretty good. But with volume 3 and the introduction of Koharu, it's become something different. And I know I've said this before, where a manga starts out one way and zags into, you know, uncharted territory. So you have the main storyline, but now you have this character named Koharu. It's just that unlocks so many doors that it's crazy. It could go on now 50 more volumes, and I wouldn't bat an eyelash. So read Rye, Volume 3. I believe Volume 4 is out. My cheapgraphicnovels.com order I shipped. And I shouldn't be telling you this to read Dan to Dan, but I'm going to by Yukino Butetsu. They're both, in my estimation, well, I don't want to put one on the level of another, but they both should be read. That's it.
Okay.
Word.
Yeah.
The cover to
And
number 3 looks really cool.
yeah, like I said, it gets funky. I don't want to spoil it because it comes out of the blue. Like, what? Okay. Literally out of the blue. Yeah. And for next episode, I did not read this yet, and I believe you should, is How I Make Comics by Kim Deitch, which I hope to have read by next episode.
I gotta.
Hardcover.
I don't know if it's. Oh, I gotta see if it. I ordered it. I gotta see if it's in the box that's downstairs or if it's coming in
It
the next.
should be because that's where I got it.
Okay.
Yeah. Foil, debossed, hardcover, full color, black and white, Kim Deach. Okay, I'm sold. And that will be for next episode. So read along with me. How I make comics.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, because next week's episode will be a lot sooner. Yes, it did ship. All right, so yeah, it might be in the box downstairs. So I'll see how much I can read of it this weekend, so we can have it for Monday night.
It's only 108 pages.
Okay.
Well, only, but it, I don't think it would take you more than 3 hours to read.
Okay. Cool beans.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, in your travels. This was something I just decided to try on a whim. Mostly because Vanessa Del Rey is the artist. But Hannah Rose May is the writer of The Exorcism at 1600 Penn, which is part of, I believe, the IDW Dark line. Although maybe Dark happened after this was released. But it's a freaky tale. The first woman president has been elected. She is President Doyle has one husband, two children. I'm not sure if they're a they're a mixed couple. It looks like the son is black, the daughter is white, so I don't know if they were previously married with others prior to this. The book does not get into that. It's not important to the story. The fact that it's a diverse family is great to see, and the kids are going to be going to school at it's a private school. It's St. Michael's, and Kevin, the son, basically doesn't necessarily give in to peer pressure, but he does want to be liked by the kids at school. His sister Maris kind of tends to keep to herself. The other students kind of pick on her on social media, especially since mom is president. There's a senator who seems to be really adamant about Doyle's lack of leadership and how she's a poor president. And the senator, Byrne, just seems to really want to go to war with just about anybody. And obviously this president isn't about that. But while mom is dealing with presidential shit, Maris seems to have gotten possessed. There is a there is a demon that is making her life literal hell, no pun intended. And so Dad Eric is a doctor, so he's checking to see if everything's okay with Mara. They take her to Walter Reed, do all the tests, the spinal test, do everything to see if it's physical, if it's psychological, whatever the hell's going on with her. They do find out that she is possessed. The Vatican is called. An NCO shows up so that she could take part in the exorcism. It doesn't go well for the nun. And Vanessa's art, the way she just makes things spooky when they absolutely need to be. It's a freaky story, and I'm not super keen or huge with religion necessarily, but this did a solid job of marrying the political side and the religion and the exorcism side of things. There's a young woman that is fond of Kevin, that wants also to see Mara improve. So they're trying to. So even though Kevin's girlfriend was friends with everybody at school, and now they're feeling some kind of way because she's kind of siding with the Doyles, and so there's that high school drama that's thrown in there as well. But it's like I said, it looks spooky where it's supposed to, and coloring is just when certain things happen, it just kind of sucks you into the pages. It can be bright when everybody's outside and enjoying themselves at the Rose Garden, or dark and spooky when shit's getting real. And I know that there's a current exorcism at Buckingham Palace, which I'll probably eventually get to. That's not illustrated by Vanessa, but still written by Anna Rose May. But no, this was it. Like I said, I tried it on a whim. Pretty funky. I dug it, especially some of the panel layouts, just the way things flow. Vanessa's really good at what she does. So yeah, in your travels, The Exorcism at 1600 Penn.
Very nice, very nice. I'm choosing this as my new travels instead of a longer discussion because my booze couldn't bother doing their jobs this week, and so I gotta wait for them to do their jobs so we can actually have a more proper discussion about this. In your travels, if you haven't already read it, like a good soldier should, do read Five Gears in Reverse, a criminal book, the latest masterpiece by an up-and-coming duo named Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. This is, for those keeping tabs, the 12th criminal story since they started that wonderful world. And dare I say, one of the best chapters in criminal history. It is exceptional. You know, we have been and we're rocking on their multi-year break from criminal, and it was great to see them stretch their muscles and do different stories. And I think their next project is also not a criminal book, so like I'm here for all of that. But this does remind me that when criminal is fucking done well, it's hard to beat. This again, I will not go into spoilers or details because my booze haven't read it yet. But this one centers around Ricky Lawless, who is of course one of Teague's sons. Ricky is the younger brother. He's I don't know how up to date people are on Lawless, but most people know Ricky as the younger brother who was murdered in Lawless, one of the early arcs, which is what brings Tracy out of the military into the fold, because he's trying to find out who killed his brother and avenge them. So we haven't gotten a lot of Ricky stories over the years. It is worth noting that Giant Size Criminal #1, which came out sometime a couple months ago, like late 2025, is in a way a prequel / first issue of this. I don't think you need to have read it to read this and enjoy it, but it is definitely connected. But yeah, this is a story set early enough where Ricky is alive and well. I guess it's spoilers for a 20-year-old comic that Ricky dies eventually, but he's alive and well, running roughshod with his crew and his love interest Mallory, and this story kind of frames Mallory's backstory and how they got together, and then as is often the case, I know this is going to be a shocker, but as is often the case with the Lawless family, their plans to commit the perfect crime go awry. I know that's shocking, but yes, things don't go according to plan. So, absolutely amazing. You know, what can you say about Phillips? He's just like, we've run out of superlatives for him. But this was a page turner, and I will say it's probably one of the more action packed criminal volumes we've ever gotten as well. So, absolutely adore this, and can't wait to talk about it in more detail once these jabrones actually get off their asses.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. We are out of here. We hope you love this. If you do, come back next time for more of the same. And in the meantime, say good night. I'll give you an easy one. Because, just because I'm a nice guy.
A spaghetti.
Yeah, David.
Good night.
Oh, he's cheating. He's cheating. Big time.
David, how
See?
am I cheating?
You're cheating.
How?
I heard it. The click. I heard
What
the
click?
click.
I'm going back and forth in my chair. What click? Oh my god! Oh my
We love
god!
We love you so much.
So much. We might have a game for next time because we'll be recording before New Comic Book Day.
That's facts.
And we done.
That's it for that one.